So you love tropical and exotic plants and the warm feeling of the summer sun on your skin, and you miss it. That's fine, I do too. But there are two things you can be doing that's working towards your tropical or exotic style garden or balcony or windowsill, whatever space you've got, we still have big ideas. So, the first thing you can be doing now is growing seed, and that is without the need for additional heat or light, which I know is expensive with the cost of electric. Now, seeds you can be growing off the top of my head that don't need heat include Geranium maderense. This plant, which is from Madeira, hence the name. I think that's right. Comment below and let me know. Geranium maderense is an amazing plant with big jungly foliage. It takes 2 to 3 years to flower, but that's fine. The foliage and the architectural stems look fantastic in a tropical style garden. But when it does flower, you get an enormous amount of magenta pink flowers held on furry, I don't think they're called petioles. Petioles is the part of the plant between the stem and the leaf. It's like the leaf stem. I think with a flower it's called a peduncle, which is a fantastic word, and I hope I've got it right. Furry peduncles hold the magenta pink flowers. You can grow a cultivar called Guernsey White, which has white flowers, and I've actually sown a batch of these myself as part of the Grow Paradise Seed Club, so all the seed members are growing these plants already. Now, another plant you can grow from seed that doesn't actually require that much additional heat is the Acacia, and there are so many different species that you can grow. Now, the reason I know this plant doesn't need that much additional heat is because I sowed Acacia podalyriifolia, I think that's how you pronounce it, again as part of the Grow Paradise Seed Club, and I left it in this room for 2 or 3 days before I got around to taking it out to the greenhouse, because I'm going to be honest, it was wet and windy in the garden and I didn't want to go out there. But while it was here, within 3 days, just in the temperature of my house, I'm going to show you honestly how dark this room is when I turn off the filming lights, in this amount of light, they germinated. I didn't even water the things. Now, some acacias need a trigger to get them to germinate, like a forest fire. But if you're part of the Grow Paradise Seed Club, I will have shown you a hack to get past that trigger mechanism without having to burn down your house. Now, there are loads of other plants that you can sow without the need for additional heat, and I will leave them in the description of this video, but please comment if you have grown any tropical or exotic plants that didn't need loads of additional heat. Leave a comment, share, and let us know. Now, there is something else you can be doing at this time of year, which I do every single year, and it really helps get me through winter, and that's propagating plants from cuttings in glass jars on my windowsill. It is as simple as that. I back up loads of plants that I grow in my garden and plants for the Grow Paradise nursery, and it is surprising how simple it is. You literally take a cutting, and I've done videos, say, of an angel trumpet, that's the Brugmansia. You cut it into sections about 4 to 6 inches long, remove all of the lower leaves, leave the top 2 on, and stick it in a jar of water, clean water. Change that water every 2 to 3 days to keep it fresh, and in 4 to 6 weeks you're going to see roots growing, and that is the beginning of new tropical plants for your garden or home if you're into growing plants in your conservatory or porch or living room. I also grow impatiens this way, and they root insanely fast. I'm shocked. I've been doing it year after year after year, and seeing plants produce roots out of a cut stem is always fascinating. And I've actually been toying with the idea of getting a microscope so that I can show you on a cellular level how this happens. Let me know in the comments if that's something that you'd be interested in seeing, because I might bring out my inner dork more than I already am. Now, that's just 2 things that you can be doing in the depths of winter to be improving your garden in the subsequent spring and summer. And it's going to help you fulfill that gardening urge in these cold, wet months. Let me know if there's anything else that you're doing in winter to keep that green finger, that urge for working with plants and gardening. How are you satisfying that urge? I'd be really interested to know. And by sharing it with the Grow Paradise community in the comment section below. We're all going to be helping each other out. I know that people can get fed up. Non-gardening people, non-plant people can get fed up when you keep talking about plants, but I won't, and all the people in this community won't either. We're all going to lend you our ears, so let's get chatting. Now, if you've enjoyed this video, found it inspirational or informative, or just a nice way to spend a few minutes, then please hit subscribe. I will really appreciate that. And I will see you all in the next video.